and welcome to the live. I'm the Mad Trucker. This live is welcome to all, regardless of your political affiliation, your religion, orientation. The only thing that's required, if you'd like to participate in the live and the conversation, in the comment section, if you want to utilize the comment section in this live. The only requirement, if you want me to address you, is that you go to my channel and read my channel description first before you type anything in the comment section. And if it's something that you are interested in, come back and greet everyone in the live, regardless if I'm here by myself or if there's 1,000 people in here, and with a peaceful greeting according to your culture, your customs, or your ways. I'm about 12 minutes late. Not going to be on that long. Trying to be consistent. Something that is hard to do when I have pressing business. I do these lives for the mission statement on my channel to address anybody that has any grievances with my video content, or if they would like to address me directly about any of the information that I'm providing via YouTube or TikTok. So with that being said, I have to walk my puppy. I got to walk my puppy because he's howling. So, he'll be here in a minute. My son will walk him in a minute. Either way, thank you for joining. If you decide to join. And if you don't want to participate in the comment section, that's fine. Listening is always free. Doesn't cost you anything to listen. But it's going to cost you if you can't be civilized to the people in this live that want to really learn something. To have conversations. And speaking of the word conversation, because I'm the Mad Trucker and I'm hosting this live, the working definition of a conversation is as follows. A conversation is truthful, honest, questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems. This live is not a place for arguments. It's not a place for debates. It's not a place for wars. And it is evidence that the educational system has failed this country. Like I'm failing to walk my puppy right now. Okay, I'm coming to get you. All right, Mr. Puss, you got to move. So with that being said, thank you for joining. I appreciate you for joining. I have to walk my puppy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this live outside. Come on, Blue. That's what the live is for. So if you're interested in, if you'd like to participate via the comment section, then type a simple greeting according to your custom, culture, and ways. Greet everybody in the room in a peaceful fashion, and we'll begin. If you have something of concern, if you have something you want to say, if there's something on your mind, if I did something or said something on this format that rubbed you the wrong way, you can address me directly, and there aren't any creators out here to do that. Let's say hello. I'm not familiar with that acronym WSG, but if that's peaceful greeting, then thank you. Shalom to you. From Saudi Arabia, shalom to you. Tatiana, shalom. Hide Wise, welcome back. Shalom. Tatiana Rogoff, thank you for joining. And if you would, from Saudi Arabia, if you have a translator on your keyboard, I don't read Arabic. I used to be kind of proficient in it, but not so much anymore. If you would just translate it into English, I'd be more than happy to address you. As we all know, America has decided to move into a dictatorship via Project 2025, and the newly elected President Donald J. Trump. But that's not the topic for today. How would you know, Nigel? Thank you for displaying your ignorance in the comments section and your lack of mental faculties. And Oppo, I tell you what, maybe you can try again. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a chance. Because you might not have heard the intro to the live. So for those that missed it, I'm the Mad Trucker. This live is welcome to everyone, regardless if you voted for Kamala or Trump, regardless if you call yourself black or white, regardless if you're a Muslim, Christian, or a Jew. It doesn't matter. The only requirement to type anything in the comment section is to go to my channel and read my channel description. First, before you type anything in the comment section, read the channel description. Okay? And Nigel, I'm going to let you enjoy your hypocrisy and your smooth brain somewhere else. And Oppo, you can join him, okay? If you cannot greet everyone in the room. And it's yet to be seen whether or not I'm your bro, because I don't know you, right? So if you want to be civilized, if you want to participate in this live, I know gray matter is like, there's a lot of smooth brains running around right now. And yeah, a lot of them voted for Donald Trump and a lot of them voted for Kamala Harris. You see how that works? This is not a place for you to, stroke the shaft, paint the tree, swallow the gravy of an orange Fanta fascist or a woman that doesn't know if she's an Indian with a red dot or a feather. This ain't the place for that. Okay. But I appreciate you all, joining. And thank you, Giggles. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not opening up this live for debates, arguments, or wars. I never do. But if you have an issue and you can articulate yourself, unlike Nigel, who can obviously smell through the phone. That's a neat trick. You can address me directly and we can have a conversation about whatever issue you might have. But a conversation is my definition of a conversation, and it's not mine. It was coined by one Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., who said a conversation is truthful, honest questions and answers. Okay, Chris, thank you for joining the live. You just put hello, everyone. I'll go ahead and address your comment. But back to what I was saying, the definition of conversation is truthful and honest questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems. Arguments are synonymous with debates. Debates are synonymous with wars. All three of those things cause problems. They don't solve problems because in all three instances, wars, debates, somebody has to be a winner. Somebody has to be a loser, right? Right? In a conversation, everybody wins because even if you don't agree with someone, you'll understand where they're coming from. If my just existing and breathing oxygen irritates you, if just the appearance of my skin irritates you, then you really shouldn't be in this live. And Chris, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I would love to address your comment, but I have a format, and all you have to do is just type hello, and I'll go ahead and that can be the subject for today. Honestly, and this ain't no shot at you, Chris. I really do appreciate you and what you do because, like I said, I did it for over 20 years, and people don't understand what we go through. OTR drivers work a 14-hour day every day. They get 10 hours of sleep and 34 hours at the end of the week to spend with their families, if they can make it home. It is the only job where you work more than 40 hours in a week and you don't get paid overtime. And they pay you cents on the mile if you run for a company. And regardless, it's good money, but at what cost? You know, you miss birthdays, you miss holidays, you miss family, you miss friends, right? That's a sacrifice. And I think anybody that has done my profession, has done my job, like Chris is saying, you know, understands that. And they should be upset because Project 2025, everybody's going to know what it's like to work. Yeah, they do hate us. They don't respect us. And I'm a veteran. I've seen more blood on the highways and byways of the United States of America, parts of Canada, and parts of Mexico than I have in the Army. That should say a whole lot. Accidents, bodies strode out on the road because they don't respect these big trucks. And God forbid if some four-wheeler comes in front of you and slams on their brake and you rear end them, oh, it's the trucker's fault automatically. Any little accident with a big truck, it's automatically that trucker's fault. And I hate what they've done to my profession because it is a profession. There's a difference between a steering wheel holder and a professional commodities relocation specialist. I was a professional commodities relocation specialist for 20 years. I wasn't no damn truck driver. Because a T680, a Kenworth T680 is not a truck. It is a semi that you bag up underneath a trailer with the fifth wheel, right? And the truck and trailer is called a semi-tractor trailer. It's not a truck. Hold on. This is a truck. You see it got a bed on the back? See my chainsaws in the back? See it, right? If I'm in my T680 and I unhook from a trailer after I dolly down, I can't put nothing on the back of that thing but some fifth wheel grease. Yeah, damn straight. Square body. But the thing is, you know, we have to develop higher standards as humanity. Not just as black people or white people or Muslims or Jews or Christians. We have to develop higher standards. Higher standards. You know, they always come out with that book every year, don't they, driver? That big, thick green book they come out with every year. Mm-hmm. Changing the rules up. Like they really care about drivers. But you know, like I do, they don't give a damn about us. They know if the wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning. You drive 8, you gotta stop for 30 now. When I started driving, you could drive a 10 straight. I could drive a 10 straight. You can't do that anymore. It's dangerous because drivers are sleepy. Government has to control because people can't control themselves. That's the thing that they're going on. That's why all of these hot button topics are always come up during election years. You know, and these politicians act like they give a damn, but they really don't. And they never do. They make promises they never keep, except for this time. Because this election that we just had in America is a pivotal point in the history of America, in the history of the founding of this nation. And a lot of people don't even know it. Exactly, divide and conquer. That's what it is. Divide and conquer. You know, you'll hear me use words like black and white, but I'm just going to put it out there for those that might be watching. I don't subscribe to pseudosciences. Okay. I have a Black's Law Dictionary, and I'm smart enough not to tell a cop I'm a black man, not to go into a court and say I'm a black man. Furthermore, I'm smart enough to know not to go into a courtroom and say I'm a human being. Marinate on that. Look, get Black's Law Dictionary. Has nothing to do with black people. The name of the guy, his family name was Black. The guy that wrote it. They still use it to this day. It's called legalese. And look up the word human. See, it doesn't say monster next to it. Look up the word black and see, doesn't it say the color of truth? A thing. I'm not a thing. A noun can be a thing, but a noun is a person, place, or thing. I'm a person. Fact of business, I'm a people. And so are you. Regardless if you agree or not, that's what you are. If you have kids, and those kids have kids, and those kids have kids, and those kids have kids, and they take a family photo with you sitting in the middle, all of them came out of you, right? Without you, they'd be a strong figment of everyone's imagination, right? So you're a people. That's why the Constitution starts out, we the people. That's why you are considered a corporation, because you have a first and last, or a first, middle, and last name. And a corporation or a company consists of 3 or more entities. These are things folks don't know. And when folks tell them about, oh, no, that ain't how that works. You better not tell no cop I know my right. They're going to. Man, if you're scared to live, you might as well crawl on a rock and die. I'm not scared to live. I ain't scared to die either. I'm just not ready. But the way things are going in this nation, like I said, I say it till I'm blue in the face, right? And it's not something that I'm particularly proud of, but I am a veteran. When you take an oath to defend the Constitution that people want to walk on, especially, namely, Donald Trump and the majority of the Republicans and some Democrats too, it ain't just Republican or Democrat, don't get me twisted, then I get bent out of shape. It's not America living up to the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal, like Martin Luther King said. That's a fact. Now, if it triggers you, then yeah, get some higher standards. Subscribe to a higher standard. Racism is not a higher standard. I don't care what color you are. If you don't like somebody because they speak a different language, they pray a different way, and what they do is not an attack on you, you're not getting to heaven if you subscribe to a Bible. You know, there's a disconnect because there's a language disconnect, and I'm gonna prove it. The problem is everybody talking about religion and ain't nobody following. They're hypocritical when it comes to following. They just want to make up something because the laws are too tight so they can do what they want to do, and they want to throw God in the mix to justify their actions. But, well, you can make whatever you want into a God. Read Psalms 84. Ye are gods, children of the Most High, but ye shall die like mortal men. That's what it says. That's what it says. Excuse me, I'm working right now. Get my dogs in order. Have my little poopies. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm just on the pull up now because America's decided that, hey, liberty and justice for all ain't where it's at. Liberty and justice is just for a white nation. Now, I don't know what that is because I've never seen a white person in my life, truthfully speaking. Never. I've never seen somebody the same color as this noodle cup. I've never seen it. No. And I never will unless that person has Halloween makeup or makeup. Because the whole concept of black, white, Asian, Caucasian was made up. It was all made up. 1776. Or let him out. Oh, no. Yeah, he needs to go out. I let the little puppy out. Let me see here. Giggle says, language should never be the problem. It divides at this point. With all the technology, it's so dang easy to communicate. I will never understand that people let that really divide. Yeah, I never understand it either. You know, you had some people that actually cried because their candidate lost. You had some people that cheered because their candidate won. It's dangerous to give somebody that you don't know, that really don't give a damn about you, that much power over your emotions. Hashtag higher standard. That's what that is. The higher standard is the scriptures. Read them. You know, I follow a pastor and he says it, and I say it too. And it's not just him that says it, because I remember my grandma used to say it too. Read your Bible. It will bless you. If you read it, it'll bless you. But the thing with language is a tongue, and there's a separation. People got it twisted. You know, if you look into the scripture, right? Abraham didn't just have Isaac. His firstborn was Ishmael. And his mother was Hagar. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, put her out. But then it was Sarah that asked Abraham to go into her for her to conceive. Okay. Now, Hagar, you might say, she was grafted in. She was grafted into that house, into their culture, their customs, their ways. From the Quran to the Bible, it always says that the laws that apply also to the strangers within your gates. You're not supposed to deal unfairly with anybody. That's the common thread with Judaism and Christianity and Islam. You're not supposed to treat anybody unfairly. But they always use God to treat people unfairly. Sit down, newbie. And that's the problem with America. America runs on racism like Dunkin' Donuts. I just took him out. He don't have to go. He just want attention. Yeah, cover him. Yeah, he'll be all right. It's all right, baby. It's okay. But that's the thing. We have to develop a higher standard, y'all. You know, we have to develop higher standards. We need to have conversations and stop arguing about things that we can't control. You did not ask to be what color you didn't ask for the color of your skin. You didn't even ask for whatever religion or faith that you practice. I'm pretty sure your parents were either Christians or Muslims or they were Jewish, and you were, and it was given to you. But there's a difference between belief and knowledge. And that's the disconnect with a lot of these religious zealots. They believe, but they don't know. It's better to know the creator instead of believe in a creator. And if you believe that a creator, that our creator, that the Most High is a just creator, then there's no way that you can justify unaliving children because they're innocent. Because the son said, bring these little ones unto me. He didn't mean put them on crosses like him. He said, bring them unto me. Don't hold it from the children because they're closer to the Most High than we are. There's no lie. You know what? Kids lie. But in the end of the day, when they ask questions, they're innocent and there's no lying in their questions. You know, what makes people think that, okay, Israelis, they love their children, right? What makes people think that Palestinians don't love theirs? Here in America. Mm-hmm. Let's look at here in America. Okay, when America was first founded, right? You think those, Aboriginals that they saw, those copper-colored people that they saw, didn't love their children? And ask yourself some kingdom sense questions, some common sense questions. Look at the real history of this country and ask yourself, why are they going tooth and nail to remove it from schools? Why? Why is it that you have to work a 9 to 5, and by the time you get off, you're so damn tired, you ain't got time to decompress or even conversate with your child to figure out what they're teaching your child in them schools? And if you don't send your child to school, police gonna knock on your door and take you to jail. And you know what? The thing about religion, Giggles, that's very important what you just typed. My folks, I wouldn't say they didn't push it. I'm not gonna say that they did. We went to church every Sunday, and they pushed it at first. But the older we got, it was like, okay, it's on you. And I feel like that's the way it should be. Let the child make their own decision. Lay it out for them to play it out, just like Christ did. He laid it out for us to play it out, and folks decided they didn't want to play it out the way Christ laid it out. To this day, they still don't. People are arguing about what he looked like. Oh, he was Middle Eastern. No, he wasn't. He was an African. Isn't he an African? Wasn't he an African? Correct me if there's any cap. That's what I do these lives for. If there's any misinformation that I'm putting out, I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong if what I'm saying is not true. Oh, what's up, Mr. Brown? Shalom. At the end of the day, we have to develop a higher standard as humanity, man. If you find it in the Quran, in other words, if you're going to be a Muslim, don't be a hypocritical one. If you're going to be Jewish, don't be a hypocritical one. You want to be Hebrew, don't be a hypocritical one. You want to be a Christian, don't be a hypocritical one. And America has spoken. America runs on racism. Just like Dunkin', America doesn't run on Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on manifest destiny. And the evidence of that is the guy that's going into the White House. You cannot tell me that the majority of people in this country are not racist and they vote for one. Make it make sense. You can't say that the majority of people in America aren't sexually immoral because they voted for somebody who is. You can't, I mean, make it make sense. And this ain't no shot if you voted at Trump because Kamala ain't no better. She's confused. And all of them are sides of the same coin. But they want you to think it's Republican and Democrat when it's really not. It's really the government against us. That's why the Second Amendment is the way that it is. You know, that's why they tell you ignorance of the law is no excuse, but they don't teach you what the law is so that you know it. You have to find it out on your own. Yeah. And I do appreciate all of y'all for joining me for this short time. I'm not going to be on that long. Unless anybody has questions or if they have any concerns about my video content. That's why I do these lives. I do these lives for the mission statement on my channel. Like I say, just read this. It's welcome to all. The comment section is welcome to all who have read my channel description and have decided that it's something that they're interested in. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like me or if I put something out that rubs you the wrong way, you can say, hello, everyone. You know, Mad Trucker, you made this video. You said X, Y, and Z, but I got receipts that what you said is not true because this, and this. A man can admit when they're wrong. I check it out. And if you right, I tell you what, I'll take that video down. I'll recant. And I haven't done it yet because usually when I do these lives, it'll be like, you know, people will come in, troll for a minute, and then it's just dead air. Which is evidence that the education system has failed us. The church has failed us. Politics has failed us. When y'all gonna realize we gotta develop a higher standard? When? I can only share what works for me. Okay? What works for me is not a version. I have a King James version, but it's not the original. We wrestle not of principalities, but of we wrestle not of flesh and blood, but of principalities, right? The word principality in concordance means origins. Where is the original? We have a version. Where's the original? And they keep making more and more versions. And they keep changing it and taking stuff out and putting little stuff in. And that's confusion. It's Babylon. Let's go back to the original language. Let's go back to the original culture. Okay, before all the confusion. Let's develop a higher standard and step outside of our egos and try to learn from one another. Because even if we don't agree, we'll have a mutual understanding of one another. That's why people don't want to have conversations. And that's why it's so important for us to have conversations, despite our differences. In the words of Tupac, you ain't got to bump this, but please respect it. You ain't got to bump it, but just respect it. And I do Hardukin energy. I Hardukin it. I don't match energy. I Hardukin it. You come like your boy to come in here talking about he know what I smell like, and there's no way he could know unless his phone has smell-o-vision, right? So I'm gonna come at him like he come at me, and I gave him a nice little prize. He's on a timeout. He can come back tomorrow and try again, old Nigel. And I appreciate Nigel. Because that's evidence, you know. Everyone gets stuck on the look of the skin instead of the soul. Exactly, and that's where humanity is falling short. Common sense go out the window. Because this person don't look like me, I can't rock with it. I never understood that mentality. Good people come in all colors and all religions and all faiths. So do bad people. So do hypocrites. But it's real sad when it comes to Christianity because 99.99999999999% of these Christians are hypocrites. They do Christmas. They do Easter. They do Halloween. What your Bible say about that? Now, regardless of what some Roman Catholic told your ass, the word don't say that. But you doing it. You'll eat a ham sandwich. It ain't too much. It's too much for you to stop eating pork. But Jesus died for your sins and went through all that pain for you. And you know eating pork is a sin if you a so-called Christian. It is. Oh, he gonna forgive me. I'm gonna eat it anyway. Well, that's on you. But it says you're supposed to approach your salvation in fear and trembling. And I am not here to attack anyone or any particular faith. I'm just saying we have to have conversations. It's better to know than to believe. Any day of the week, any second of your life, any hour of the day, it is better to know than to believe. I want to know some stuff about what I believe. Because if the evidence contradicts what I know, what I believe, then I might need to change my belief. Be intimate with the scriptures. All of them. All of them. All of them. The 66 that they edited down, the 66, read all of that. Then get the Apocrypha. Read all of that. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Get as much knowledge about these religions as you can. And you'll see there's a common thread, man. And that common thread really is Christ, if people want to agree or disagree, but that's my stance. It's Christ. The Mashiach. That's the common thread. Because the truth can never be a lie, and a lie can never be the truth. And people run around here with well-dressed lies because they don't know no better. We were brainwashed to believe these half-truths in school. Christopher Columbus discovered America. How you discover a country full of people when that doesn't make sense? Abraham Lincoln freed the slave. A proclamation ain't a law. They had Jim Crow after that. You see? A half of a truth is a whole lie. I want the whole truth, not half of it or a piece of it. Give me all of it. If it makes me look bad, if it makes me look good, if it makes me look smart, if it makes me look stupid, I could care less. Give it to me. Give it to me. That's what I'm here for. You know. The wicked despise instruction and correction. I don't. But you better be coming with receipts. And nowadays, the only receipt somebody has is because I was told, because I said so, because what you said made me upset. That's the ego. That's the ego. And Americans don't put their egos in check because they have a gimme, 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 push, push, push. It's all about me. I'm the doo-doo, everybody else stink mentality. And that's a depressing way of going through life. To me, it's very depressing to live your life like that. That's not living. And I want life after this because I know this ain't it. That's how strong my belief is in the Messiah. I know that once my spirit jump out my flesh, that ain't it. That ain't it. That's not it at all. Something else. Energy can't be created, destroyed, it changes form. Matter cannot be created. It just changes form. These are basic scientific laws and rules that even atheists who are in a lab will tell you. I'm just saying. If the Bible or the Quran or the Torah is so mystical that it's not practical, you might want to try to see what it really means and apply it. Because if you can't apply it, it's not going to do you no good. You have to walk the way that he walked. You have to talk the way that he talked. You know? And I'm a work in progress. That's another reason why I do these lives. I'm not perfect. But I strive to try to be. You know? I'm going to fall short, but I'm still trying. Because if I don't make it, I can at least tell my Father in heaven I tried. Well, look, I tried. I tried to do unto others as I do unto me. A lot of my videos seem like I'm being mean to these people. But if I was the person making some of these comments, if I was the person making some of these idiotic videos, I would want somebody to make a stitch talking to me the same way I talk to them. Call it right, call it wrong. I call it, okay, if I was that person and I was that ignorant, I'd want somebody to talk to me that way. Shake me out of some stuff that I need to get shook out of, that I didn't know I need to be shook out of. Conversations do that. But everybody don't want to have a conversation. Arguments, debates, and wars. And they don't want to be fact-checked in any of those instances. Whether it's an argument, a debate, or a war. If somebody is recording, I'm just watching them argue, watching them have a little debate, and I record it. Okay, they gonna gang up on me. If I say, nah, you didn't say that. You said this. It's in the record. Oh, man, you're taking their side. They're gonna come in at me, right? War the same way. And the Vatican backed both sides of every world war. Fact. They backed the Germans and the Allies. Sketch that out. You know, the scripture said that the Most High honors no persons. If you go to the Vatican and the Pope walks up, you got to bow down and kiss his ring, like he's sitting in the God seat. I won't. I don't care to ever see the Vatican for that reason. You know. Well, I don't know. I'm rambling now. I just wanted to go ahead and do this live to check in with anybody, with my viewers, to see if anybody, wanted to have a conversation about any open topic. And I hope that you all got something from this. Thank you for watching. Giggles. Thank you for joining. Mr. Brown, as always, it's a pleasure, man. Chris Davis. Keep all 18 on the ground. Get that safe and sound. Shine side up and the door side down. You don't need no watch driver. You got that logbook. You know what time it is. Thank you for joining my live today. I appreciate you. Hope to see you again soon, man. Oppo, thank you for joining. Nigel, thank you for joining. Maybe next time you'll be respectful and greet everybody, peacefully before you start trolling folks, telling people that I'm musty. That's that smooth, velvety Teflon sheen on your gray matter. But thank you for joining and providing that evidence. Who else joined today? Tatiana, thank you for joining. Hyde, thanks for joining again. Hi, I'm from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for joining. Eli_FN. I don't know what WSG is, but thank you for joining. Now, with that being said, if nobody has anything else for me, or you don't have any questions, comments, concerns about my video content, or if you don't have a topic for discussion today, I'm going to end this live by saying, may the Most High bless and keep each and every one of you. May his kindness be gracious unto each and every one of you. May the Most High smile on each and every one of you and grant you shalom. Again, I'm the Mad Trucker. Think. It's not illegal yet.